Okay, what's up guys? Today we are going to get started and I'm going to teach you how to play Illaoi. Okay, so the thing about Illaoi, the most important thing is to realize that Illaoi is a snowballing team fighting champion pretty much. She snowballs very easily and she hits her power spike at level 3. Okay, so the main thing you really want to focus with Illaoi is playing around her passive. So basically her passive spawns these tentacles. Pretty sure everybody that's played Illaoi knows that. And you really have to watch that passive timer because you want to make sure you're positioning in the right area. So the first tentacle spot you always want to set up is to have 2 tentacles right here under your tower. So if they push the wave, which is fine because as a Illaoi you really can't push the wave that fast early on in the game, and plus you really don't want to push the wave, you want to keep it frozen. So right here at the tower, so if they ever walk up, let me get a dummy. Boom. So you're standing right here, your EM and then W, and you just see all of that damage. So yeah, and just look at all that damage. But even though I am maxed out on items and stuff, the next thing is if you end up getting a kill and you want to play a little bit more aggressively. See, I'm gonna put my tentacles around here. Okay, yeah, you definitely want a tentacle right here and right here where my mouse is. See here, I'll stand on it. I don't think I have my mouse on. So yeah, right here. So you want to play aggressive, you want to stand it right here. If you ever get ganked in your level 3, especially if you're at 6, you should never really be scared of getting ganked unless you're going up against a champion like maybe Teemo that you really can't E and that can just keep hitting you and stuff. But you should really never be scared of getting ganked because they're just going to walk in thinking that they can 1v2 you, 2v1 you, and all you got to do, that'd be them. And then say someone like Kha'Zix comes in, boom. Hit the jungler, always go for the jungler. Boom. That's all it takes. Now, and also always play within your wave. That's the most important thing. And never play aggressive when they have a bigger wave than you, because the main thing with Illaoi is you gotta hit her E. Her E does not go through minions. Okay, the next thing is her Q. Q is very easy. All it is poke. So if they ever decide to walk up, or if you gotta clear the wave out a little bit or help last hit, you hit multiple people at the same time. So Q is basically just for poking, or if you want to get more damage using your combo. But mainly all you want to do is E, pull their soul out, and then W. Okay, next thing is the alt, and what I'm going to show you guys is I'm going to buff this up to, let's see, 35. Actually, let's just go 4,000 health just to make it look really good. And I'm gonna give him 200 resistance. I'm gonna do the exact same thing over here. Bust it up, 4,000. I'm gonna give this one 250 resistance. It only says 190 because I have my black cleaver, but still. So you get ganked, doesn't matter. You want to E first. Boom. And even if you're taking damage, if you have death dance or a spare facade, you're gonna heal a lot. And besides, anytime you pop your alt, you're their damage is only going to be a little bit, especially if they're getting hit by tentacles, because you're going to heal off of your tentacles. You're going to heal a lot off of your tentacles. And remember, at level 6 against pretty much any champion except for like a freaking tank like an Ornn or something, your ult is basically going to do 80% of their max health if you land it and they decide to fight you within their ult. So in low elo, this is really good because people are dumb and they don't know. Just step out of Illaoi's ult when it goes off. And it's also really good if you have a wave pushing, like a huge wave pushing. If you land an E on them and then you just ult or whatever, and you force them to back, missing a huge wave. You especially want to do that, take advantage of that, like whenever they have ignite instead of teleport, because then they're gonna miss a huge wave. Like I said earlier, Illaoi is a huge snowballing champ, so they missed that huge wave. They're gonna be at least in the early game a level, maybe a level and a half behind. You get a free back and maybe some tower plating after that too. So you're gonna have a gold advantage and a level advantage after that, and then you just start snowballing from there. Now, here's the crazy thing. Later in the game, this is really where you got to make a decision with Illaoi, because roaming is really not good with her unless you're like super fed. Because if she doesn't have her tentacles up, her passive tentacles, she really does not do damage. And so either you really have to pay attention on the map in the late game with her if you want to be successful in the late game, because you got to know if your team is about to fight, if you got to be there, set some tentacles and stuff up and be ready, or if you just got to split push. Illaoi is a, people don't think Illaoi is a split pusher. She's a good split pusher for only one reason, not because she pushes waves fast or she takes tower fast. She causes more than one enemy to have to come meet her, because whenever she's ahead and she's pushing, and once you really die to Illaoi, people don't really try to fight you anymore, and they already know they're just gonna lose because you're gonna have your ult and then she's just gonna do big damage on you. So never split push without your ult. But they're gonna bring one person, and then next thing you know, a second person gonna come along and they're gonna both try to fight you. And remember, don't ever gank on Illaoi because she's just gonna pop her ult, especially if they decide to, like, if it's a Kha'Zix decides to jump on you, boom, that's an easy kill on Kha'Zix because he's so squishy. And then next thing you know, they're gonna be like, well, we can't fight this, she's fed, even though she's really not. But Illaoi is just, it's just so dominant in team fighting, and her AoE abilities just do so much damage. Last but not least, most of the time your first item is going to be Black Cleaver, because a lot of top laners are usually a tanking type. But if you go against like a Camille or something, which you should beat because all she can do is jump on you and she really can't kill you. But if you go up against a Camille or a squishy type, like maybe a Teemo, Trinity Force would be okay as a first item, but make sure you go Sheen into Phage and then build Stinger. Stinger will not help you at all with Illaoi, because nothing helps her with attack speed. Or you can go Phage and the Sheen if you decide to go Trinity Force. But second item should always be Death Dance unless you're behind. But if you're behind, you can also just go Aegis of Legion first instead of going Caulfield's Warhammer. Don't ever go Vampiric Scepter because your main damage is coming from your tentacles and you're not getting that 10% lifesteal off of those tentacles. Then third item's a little picky. If they have a lot of AD champions on their team, or if they have a lot of bursts, like if they have a lot of assassins and stuff, Steric's Gauge is gonna really just be the help. If they got a lot of mages, like if they have a LeBlanc or a Teemo top, Um, you can go Spirit Facade if you're winning. If you're just losing against Teemo from the get-go, go straight into Adaptive Helm. It reduces his poison damage and his magic resist, so Teemo is going to be really like unable to kill you. And then depending on that, if you're going up against Teemo, you can also go Death Dance second, or you can start going into your Trinity. And after that, Deadman's is really good. It helps you with your movement speed, which you lack most of the time. I would not go GA, but I would find either Frozen Heart, or if you need cooldowns, Frozen Heart would be it. But yeah, that's basically it. Or Gargoyle Stoneplate if you really want to help with your team's team fighting. This item is just gonna make you a super tank, and people just won't be able to kill you. You just be a destructive tentacle mess.